Is that it?
I don't know. But we'll have a look.
Comments will appear. I can't see the comments.
So that's why I have this. Oh, there we are. Right, yeah, I'm live now. Just wait for people to see, and then I can see it.
Oh, I see.
That's the whole point.
Oh.
Just wait for some people to join before I start talking.
It's alright. No, that's all I use on mine. And that other thing I told you about, that face wash stuff. Yeah, I've used my BB and I was just getting so woolly again. And it's like,
this
what
is
can I
going on
use?
YouTube.
Oh, shut up. Sorry, guys. No, delete that part.
I don't know how to do that. Well, I've got 2 people on. That's probably me and Lee. Hi guys, how are you? Yeah, got some people watching. Got some hearts. I love getting hearts.
I send you hearts.
Yes, I know. Hi, Christina.
Sorry for coughing.
Just going to wait for a couple more to join us, and then I'll get going. Hi, Samara. The amount of comments I've had on my nails.
I know. I love it. The black. That's that nail varnish stuff you used. You showed me. Jelly, yeah.
I've had huge amounts of comments. Like, wow.
No, you work with them so long.
Doesn't faze me at all.
I couldn't. Well, I typed, didn't I, all day?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't do it if I was typing.
Yeah.
You can't type with them. But because I'm doing nails and stuff.
I just couldn't. Some people at work have got really long ones, and I look at them and I'm like, how'd you get on with them? Aye.
Hi, Linda. Okay, there's a few of you joined, so I'm going to get going. Right, so tonight I've been asked to do smile lines. Daiga has asked me to do a Russian almond as well. So I'll do one finger with that's like an overlay, but I'm doing smile lines on it, French. And the other one I'll do a Russian almond. I'm using my sister's hands tonight.
Oh, no, lucky.
Okay, and I'm going to be using the SPD forms again, my favourites. And I'm actually using Anna's Nail Systems this time. So this is Camouflage Rose, and we've got white and clear. I've already prepped the nails.
What one do you want?
That one. That's why we won't open the clear yet, because they look the same. Okie doke. I've taken 2 off and I only need one. Right, so normally doing a French, I'm doing it as an overlay tonight because my sister doesn't want to lose her natural nail. Obviously you can do it on top of tips or you can sculpt. It's entirely up to you. When it comes to sculpting, you can put a clear base down first if you're not totally confident. Or you can go straight in with your smile line and then add your white afterwards. Okay, so as I say, I've prepped, so I've cleaned it all out and I've primed it. They are, Linda, it is quite good to work with. So I'm using the Camouflage Pink to create my smile line. So you pick up a relatively good size bead, right? And then I bleed it out to make sure there's no excess liquid, and then I place it roughly where I want my smile line to be. Okay, and then I wipe my brush. I don't worry about the shape of my smile line first. What I do is I blend the back of the acrylic into the nail plate. That way it adheres better. So you're not just placing it, you're blending it in. Okay, and then, yeah, excuse the cats having a fight. And then you start shaping your smile line. Obviously, depending on what type of smile line you're doing, you can do a shorter one for shorter nails or a slightly elongated one for longer nails. And then what you do is you pat, pat, pat. So basically you're creating a wall, a nice thick wall. So if you turn your finger sideways so they can see, can you see? Nice thick wall. That's what you're looking for. And try and make it as smooth as possible, and make sure that your wings are equal either side. Keep your fingers still. Okay, and then once that's done, you go in with another bit for the back. So make sure it's round the cuticle area, nice and smooth, and then you just start bringing it forward, just like that. Okay, remember when doing smile lines, it's meant to be 2/3 pink, 1/3 white, or coloured acrylic, or glitter, whatever it is that you're using. Alright, so it's relatively smooth, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to file it. I'm just going to let it set, and then I'll show you how I file it to give it that crispness, and then I'll add the white. So the forms I'm using today are these ones, the files rather, but I will be getting some CC Nails ones in very soon. See, so that looks nice and flawless. That's what you're looking for. Okay, I've just got to be patient and wait for it to set a second, and then I can add the white. Obviously, white's one of the hardest colours to use. Look, I'm so impatient. Yep. Leave it alone, Mel. Okay. I've just got to leave it alone for a minute. Shout any questions at me while we're waiting. I'm a tad impatient. Anyone got any questions?
If the base is too wet, to dry it out, would you put more powder to it?
No,
or?
no. So say for instance you've picked up a bead and it's too wet, you do what I showed you at the beginning. You turn your brush upside down so the acrylic's on the top of the brush, and then you put it on.
No, when you put the acrylic on the nail and you find out it's too wet.
All right, yeah.
You've made a mistake.
Yeah.
And you found out it's too wet. What do? Do you add more acrylic powder? Just remove it and start again.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because the ratio's not right, so which means it won't cure correctly.
Okay.
You know, if it's too wet, you know, it shrinks more when it dries, which means you can cause your customers and that quite a lot of pain and discomfort, because it can end up squeezing their nails. The structure's not going to be safe, you know, so it might snap more, you know, which then could cause more damage to your customers' nails. So if you've put it on too wet, my advice is to just take it off and put a new bead on.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's not going to be right. You're better off just wasting that little bit rather than risking your customer. Oh, I've got no nail. No, it's still too soft. Wait a bit longer. Hi, Mel, perfect position. Thanks, Lee. That's my hubby upstairs watching. Letting me know that I've got it right tonight. Hi, Amanda. He made me a contraption. It's a bit of wood, and I've got my phone hanging from it so we can have better positions. So yeah, I'm just waiting. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Just waiting.
Look at your brush.
Yeah, the brush I'm using, someone was asking me about that, is Alexa's.
It's got the size on it.
No, there is no size. It's just called the Acrylic Perfection.
Most people goes by name rather than size.
I absolutely love it. I can do tiny work with it and big work with it. It's quite a firm brush. You know, the belly of it's really firm. Whereas some of them aren't quite so firm. So when you're patting, you don't get...
Yeah, they spread out.
Yeah, so that's... my sister used to be an nail tech too once.
Many moons ago.
But not anymore.
Don't have the patience.
Okay, so to crisp up your smile line, you need to put your file up straight. You don't want to slant it or anything because you need that wall to be vertical. All right, and then you just gently crisp up the line. You're not filing away. You're just crisping it up. And then you do that like a seesaw motion around the end. Like that. To create your roundness. And as you can see, oh god, it all could be two different length nails.
That one needs filing down.
Needs to come down a bit more. You've got to make sure that your wings are equal, otherwise your smile line's going to look lopsided. So again, yeah, that's it. And I do that purely just to crisp up the smile line. You don't have to do it if you're really good at doing smile lines. And sometimes I don't if I get it perfect first time round. Okay, so with the white, if you don't put it on correctly and smoothly, will leave a shadow, which you won't notice until you put your top coat on. So, oh, sorry, I dropped that. So I've bled it out and we put it on. Okay, and then you move it around, patting and into your wings. So you basically just fill in the space. And what I advise to do with white in particular is go slightly over the smile line. So when you file, there's no gap there. Sometimes you can get a little gap and create a shadow, which is not a very good look. So it's always best to go slightly over, so I don't know if anyone will notice, but it's not quite how I want it to be because my sister's nail is slightly curved, but she won't let me correct it. So we're just doing it as an overlay, so it's going to be slightly more curved than I would like, but
sorry,
but you know, things you have to do to keep customers happy. Okay, so I'm just patting it, making sure there's no divots, you know, otherwise they will show. Okay. I'm a bit of a faffer. I'm sure I've said that before. Thank you.
Sorry, I just realised what I was doing.
She was tense in her hand. That constant, can you please relax?
And the world's worse for it.
Okay. So I'm just going to leave that to set. And we'll move on to the Russian almond. Giuliacini. Hi, Sarah. Giuliacini, when I try smile lines, they look like the smirk of a murderer. What does that even look like? I can't even imagine that.
I like that.
Okay, so using my SBD forms. Okay. Russian almond. Okay, so I've prepped the nail, cut it down short. Okay, so with a Russian almond, you put the form on like you would a a square. Okay, so it needs to be tilting up. And if you've left the natural nail too long, it won't do that. This is where I want to move away from the cross and I can't.
You're not allowed to.
Right, relax your thumb for me. Sorry, I'm telling her off now. Sorry. Okay. Could do with going up a bit more. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to cut the edges a little bit to create so I can get it to go underneath a bit more. Sorry, Tracy.
It's all right.
It's well and
Well,
truly.
you're right. You're not even touching me.
Just well and truly stuck to you. Is that all right?
My addictive personality.
No, just your awkwardness. Joys of having sisters, huh? I'm just going to cut my little flappy bits off. Oh, that's the puppy crying in the background. I didn't get an out to sleep last night because of that crying.
Missing his brothers and sisters.
Okay, so I've cut the sides off, my 45-degree angle, and now I can pinch it in. Okay.
I don't know where you want me.
I just want you to relax. We have this argument every time. Okay. Okay, so if you could turn your thumb sideways so they can see. Sideways that way. So you can see it going up. It needs to be going up. Okay. So because it's like a square with a point on the end that we're creating. Let me just put the white one away because the white and the clear and the acrylics look the same in the pots. So to make life a little easier, I'm going to put a little bit of a clear base down for the free edge. I could do with going up just a fraction more. Okie doke.
Off the cross.
Oh, I'm off the cross. Sorry.
No, you don't move the paper to the cross. You don't work like that, Mel.
Okay, so I've picked up my clear. Oh,
sorry.
And I bled it out slightly. It's like a comedy joke here tonight. Okay. This is where my hubby comes down and tells me that I'm moving about too much. Okay, so we're just blending it into the nail and then we're going to walk it down the form. So remember, you're creating like a square. Relax your thumb. Okay. I think Dago asked me to do this so she can test to see if I can still do it, because she's the one that taught me. Okay, so that's the square bit, and then you put the tip bit on, so it's like a triangle. So you bring it out to a point and then angled on the sides. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I forget to talk when I'm concentrating. Not very good, is it? Right, so yeah, so we've just got to let it set for a minute. So basically a Russian almond looks a little bit, depending on how long you do it and how extreme you do it, can either look like a stiletto from the top or an almond, but it's got square sides. You'll see it afterwards. Okay, so that's the Linda. I wish I had a penny for every time I say relax your finger. Cannot play video. My thing just crashed. Has it crashed on there? No. Oh, my iPad just crashed. Never mind. Okay.
Do you want me to get my phone?
No, it doesn't matter.
Can't
Sometimes, because when you're working, you've got a few to do. This is an extra long one that I'm doing. So I can show you an extreme smile line. Sometimes when you've done a few of them, I then remove the form and then work without the form there. But tonight, oh, my dog's snoring. Tonight I'll do it with the form on, so you're not sitting there waiting, twiddling thumbs. My dog's proper snoring. Okay, let me just see to this. Okay, it's back. Okay, move the clear out of the way. Back to my cover pink. So what you could do, oh excuse me, what you could do is you could pinch. See, I'm a bit of a faffer. You could pinch this part to make sure that you've got a nice slim. Just going to pinch it very slightly, so you keep it slim, so you don't end up with a bulky nail. Obviously, if you fitted your form pretty well, you don't really need to pinch, but I'm just showing you that you can. Okay, right, so I'm just gonna, so it's the same principle. Okay, pick up quite a big bead, bleed it out on your tissue and place on the nail. Okay, remembering that your nail is 2/3 pink. Okay, so you don't want to create a nail that's all tip with not enough smile line, because it doesn't look right. It's out of proportion. So I've blended that bit in the back again. Make sure it's adhered to the nail, and then I start shaping my smile line. And when you do something like this, your smile line should sort of mimic the same angle as your nail. I'm just going to bring that. I know it looks a bit thin at the moment, but I can add extra afterwards. Just going to bring it just a little bit thinner. Okay. Another big bead, slightly further back. And blend it in and walk it down. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just use a smaller bead here. I don't want to go all the way up to the cuticle because I'm going to use a clear pink there. So when it starts growing out, it's not so noticeable. And I'm going to create my apex with my clear pink. You can use clear also. Just making sure it's not wonky. Normally I would have turned the fingers around this way and that way by now. Okay,
They're attached.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm using Glassy Pink from Brilbird. Let me close my form again. You have to make sure you've really blended that bit in so it doesn't notice. It's just looks like it's part of the nail. Okay. Relax your finger. It's gone slightly onto the cuticle, so I'm gonna just pull it away. If you have trouble with your acrylic flooding cuticle areas, tip the nail going down and then it'll follow gravity. But my sister's fighting me tonight.
I'm not, I've got a relaxed hand.
And yeah. Okay, just put a bit more in.
Now move to the left, you can't see you.
Oh.
Everybody, you're at a camera shot.
Oh, sorry. Husband's shouting at me. That's because I moved the tissue, not the hand.
Didn't know.
Sorry. Can't you see?
No, I can't because the light's reflecting.
Oh.
I've already tried to look and I can't.
Okay. So we'll leave that to set for a minute. So when it loses its shine, I can pinch. I'm just getting rid of pink and white. So whilst I'm waiting, I'm going to fold the other hand. I don't like that there because...
There.
Because it's in my way.
Sellotape it down next week.
Okay. Right. So go to the other hand. I'm using a drill bit that I got from Phoenix Glitters, isn't it? Phoenix Glitters, which is quite good. So I do a bit of my filing with this. Just saves on the hand filing really. See, and as you fold that bit away that went over, you'll see a really nice crisp smile line. Okay, and then with my hand file, you do your sidewalls. Always sidewalls first. Can everybody see? Okay.
I think we need to go towards you.
Right. So, that way?
I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out.
That way? I can see it clearly here. That's behind.
Yeah, I know, I've gathered that.
Okay. Oh. Can everybody see? Yeah, all good.
Cool.
My sister's...
So I'm trying to figure out which part was what.
That's perfect now. Okay, great. Oh. Knocking everything flying now. I've got a big desk. I could do with a bigger one. Okay. Let me just go over with my... I'm just going over with my sanding bit. I do that because it gives you a smooth bit around the cuticle area. Keep your finger still.
Sorry.
She's one of those ones that wants to help you.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, I need to pinch the other finger. Give us the other finger. Just gonna... Okay. Let's have the other hand back. It's not perfect because my sister's nail's not perfect.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But it's an overlay, so... But you get the general... She's dying.
Sorry.
Take a bit more of that back bit. Relax. I'll do Lee next week.
Sorry.
It was either my sister or my hubby. Okay. My brush. Oh, he's shouting at me again. I keep being shouted at. Right, so I'm using CC Nails top coat. Okay, if you put that in the lamp for me. Okay, and we'll have the other hand back. Out of camera shot. Okay. Can you all see now? It's a bit behind. It looks in shot there.
Yes.
Great. So again, I'm just sharpening up my smile line. I'm just filing my clear. Okay, brush. Right, so what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to do a dark colour around the smile line and then a bit of glitter.
Right here, there.
Alright, I'll clean it. Where?
Got it.
Alright. Okay, so before I start, what I normally do is I just normally give it a little clean. Okay. Right. So, oh, for the brown, I'm using, it's a CGP one, pomegranate.
You're not centre.
Huh?
You're not centre.
Okay, so I'm basically wanting to put this, there's a hair there, I think it's one of mine, around the smile line. So it doesn't have to be very thick, but you have to make sure it's straight, otherwise you'll have wonky lines around your smile line. Okay, I've got the clear there. Okay, and I'm checking my wings are equal. Okay, I could do with just a little bit of that front bit, it's not quite even there here. That's it. And there. It needs to be straight, otherwise it's not going to look right. Do the little bit there. Okay. Right, so then I'm going to put a little bit of glitter. I'm doing it this way just to show you a different type of French, because not all Frenches are white. Not in here anyhow. Glitter is the thing to have here. Everybody wants glitter. I once thought glitter was just for Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to use my clear, pick a bit of clear up and dip it in my glitter. So I think I'll go for that one. And then you just put it where you want it to go. So I'm pushing it quite far up because I only want like a line of the brown showing. Relax your thumb, please.
I've time to look, sorry.
You can look when it's finished. Remembering to pat, 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 because again, you don't want bulky nails. I should have put the glitter on the other side. Let me just move it. There we go. Got to be easier. Okay. And I'm just going to pat it so it's nice and thin. Okay, just close the lid to my glitters. Put it over there. And then you just encapsulate it with the clear. So I'm going over the top of my smile line again, just to make sure that there are no gaps, because I don't want any funny looking gaps there. There's a little bit there that I want to take off. That doesn't want to come. There, got it. Okay. I've just got to leave that to set, and then I can pinch it slightly again. Any questions, anyone? That needs soaking.
Got build up on it.
Okay, put your finger in and show them the finished result.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so that's the one from the overlay.
Everybody see that?
I have to go, but to put food out for wild hedgehogs before it's too dark to catch the last bit afterwards. Thank you. And no wonder, Linda.
I got them. I got family in my garden.
Oh,
What do you put
hedgehogs.
out? If you don't mind me asking, because I got a family of hedgehogs.
We've got foxes and badgers.
No, we've got a family of hedgehogs. But she's gone by now. If
Possibly.
she answers you, let me know.
I will.
Yeah. Hunter lets us know when they're in the garden.
I'm sure it's mating season at the moment for the foxes, is it?
Yeah, because they keep making that weird noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got her down our place.
Okay, you put too much clear. Okay, so are you patting enough? Because it could look like you're putting too much on, but you're just not patting enough maybe to just compact it and thin it out. Because I put quite a bit on, but it's
pretty.
It's that's all. The patting is really important. That's why I keep saying pat, 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 because you're condensing it. You're condensing it, and yeah. So by doing that, it'll give you smoother lines, less to file.
You can
Put cat food out. Hedgehog biscuits, cat food in jelly, no fish or gravy, no milk or bread.
Yeah, I know about no milk. They're allergic to it or something. You don't agree with them.
Thanks, Linda.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so Emma, so just yeah, pat your clear acrylic more. You know, it doesn't. More is not necessarily better. You know, you can still have a relatively thin nail and it be structurally sound, but it's all about the patting. Let's have that one. I'm just going to give it a quick pinch. Not as good as I'd have liked, but hey ho, it's a bit sticky still. Okay, we'll just leave that to pinch for a second, and then we'll file.
Yeah, we've got little bubby ones we've had in our
Have
garden.
you?
Yeah.
They're full of fleas.
I know they are.
Oh, so you're in the Caribbean. Okay. Work with smaller beads then. Do more beads but smaller ones, and then you won't get the problem of it drying too quickly.
That's how it dry too quick out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be the way to do it. So when it gets hot over here in the summer, you work with smaller beads. So you can work quicker, and then you don't end up with a bulky nail.
You don't think of that type of thing, do you? Because we're in the UK.
No,
Being
they're
abroad.
from all around the world.
Yeah, you never think of it, do you? I always remember doing it in the summer. It used to cure so quickly in the summer. It's been a nightmare.
Yeah, so yeah, smaller beads, work a little quicker, and remember your patting. Is it hurting?
No.
It's hurting, I've got to take it off. Okay,
It's good.
it's not quite ready. Still wearing my red ones. from last week.
Love that.
The other hand looks slightly different. No worries. I never get the time to do my own nails properly. Oh, well, I've always got odd hands.
Your dog's snoring.
Yeah, my dog's snoring, sorry.
Which one is that?
That's Scooby. It's
Is
because he's
it?
got pug.
Yeah, I suppose
So
so.
he's got pug in him, so he snores. Oh, well, that's nice. Nicola Salmon, yes, I know of her. It is important to have decent tools and decent products. You know, the decent products do cost slightly more, but there's some decent ones that are relatively good priced. There's no point going for the cheaper stuff. Oh, and water.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we have got a big bowl of water out because of the dog, and it's huge it is, so. Yeah, we had Mummy, Daddy and a baby.
Oh.
Yeah, it was at the end of the garden. Hunter was barking. We went out there. We found him. He was like, indoors, you. To the dog. Yeah, so cute. They do not move fast, though, when they want to.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, very fast.
Still a little tacky. Yeah, yeah, full of fleas, though.
I've not really picked one up to notice that.
Yeah, they're full of fleas, hedgehogs.
Are they? Yeah.
So you'll have to flea hunt them more. That's the dog.
He gets fleed once a month anyway. Fleed and wormed. Yeah. So,
yeah, don't use the Chinese stuff. It's not good.
No.
A friend of mine bought some Chinese stuff off eBay and she spilt the monomer on her towel and it burst into flames.
That girl used it and burned all the way through her legs and that, didn't they?
Yeah. So,
cheap stuff. Blistered her.
Yeah, yeah, don't use that stuff. It's really not worth it. There are some reasonably priced products out there that are really good, but obviously not as cheap as the Chinese stuff. Yeah, I bet. That was very kind of her.
You help each other, don't you?
Yeah.
Promote each other's products.
I have to say, I do quite often give up, especially if I'm teaching someone. So, do you need this and do you need that? And I give them bits and pieces.
It's word of mouth, isn't it?
Okay, I'm a bit impatient. Okay, so I'm going back to what I did before. It's not quite the right shape. But never mind. Okay, it's not quite right almond shape, but never mind. So side walls again. So with a Russian almond, they're straight, vertical side walls. And always go from side to side so you get even sides. Nothing worse than having one side nice and bulky and the other side nice and smooth. Yeah, this should have been higher. But never mind. They get the general gist of it, the smile line.
Oh, focus. Because I kept moving, that's why. Can everyone see now? turn them out short.
Oh,
I noticed
sorry.
I'm aiming for the middle of your chest. That's when they can see us.
I don't think it was my fault that time. Was it my fault?
Don't know.
Blame the sister whenever you can.
Yeah, they can see.
So you do the sides like you would a square, okay? It's come down a bit too far. That's right. I'll do it.
Hemmer's pert.
Yeah.
Noticed apex is flat, not high. So I'm reading this upside down, sorry. How it used to be. Can you give some info on that?
Okay, so the apex is very much there, but because we're doing a square, okay, the modern apex is a straight. So when you're doing a square, you lift the form up so it's at an angle, so it creates a nice straight smooth line. But when I turn the nail sideways in a minute, you'll see that there is an apex there. It's just further back. Because I've done a longer nail, the apex goes further back. Obviously, if your nail's not quite so long, it doesn't have to be quite so far back. Relax. Relax. You don't know the meaning of relax.
I'm trying to keep it in shot.
Okay. Okay. I'd call it more of an almond than a Russian almond, to be fair. It's not quite right. But never mind. I'm just going to go around the cuticle. Relax. Okay, I'll just do this bit again. It's not quite right. I haven't got it right at all, but never mind. I've made it more of an almond. But relax.
So what's the difference then?
A Russian almond's more square looking.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've made this into more of a square almond, but it's all right, never mind. We're looking at the smile line. Okay, it's not perfect, guys, but you get the general gist. Oh, sorry. That's right, it can be flat as long as the structure's okay. When Tracy turns the hands around afterwards, you'll see there you go, put that in the lamp for me. She's just going to dry that quickly and then she'll turn it to the side. You'll see it's not a proper Russian almond, it's more of an almond. And you'll be able to see the smile line. So, has everyone had a good bank holiday? No worries, Louise. It's recorded so you can watch it any time. Yeah, my form wasn't tilted enough.
It's long.
About the same length as mine. Okay, take it out. Show everybody.
Everybody see that?
Okay, nice elongated smile line. You can see where I've put the clear pink at the bottom. So as that grows, it doesn't notice so much. Turn your finger sideways. You can see apex is just here.
So I suffer with the shakes like my sister.
The apex is just here. It's that bit further back because the nail is longer. Okay, anyone got any questions for me?
Turn the other side for him as well.
No? Okay, so thanks for joining me tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week. Again, shout if there's anything you'd like to see me do. And I'll see you all next week. Take care. Thanks for joining. Bye. Wow, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, bye. Can you press stop up there?